Nobody wants to challenge you now this year. After I didn't you. Nobody wants to challenge me. Come, come. You, now you are the come. No, that boy really go. So you know this like this. Alright, please. It seems our area is not ready, so we are going to continue with the events, and then we'll be starting with the cultures that we have here. We are going to be witnessing the entrance of this culture, ladies and gentlemen, and then we are going to start with the area culture. DJ, do you have the song for the Ibira culture? We just want their entrance, not the display yet, just the entrance. DJ, do you have the song for Ibira culture? Please, Ibira culture, please. If you are here, let's have your entrance. The DJ is going to play your song. DJ, are you ready? Wow. MBBS student, I do not need to remind you, this is not a lecture hall, please. Let us vibe. PG, play us something, let's vibe. The Ebira culture, since they are not ready, please, the Fulani culture, we just want your entrance for now, not the performance yet. No culture is going to perform without the emir. Okay, since the emir is ready, alright, every other culture, please let's hold on. The emir is ready. DJ, play something for the emir. The emir is on his way. Play something for the emir, DJ. Something that shows his personality. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be witnessing the entrance of the emir. Ladies and gentlemen, please do whatsoever it is that you can to welcome the emir on your feet. If you want to clap, if you want to make some noise, if you want to video or take pictures, ladies and gentlemen, the emir is on his way. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is the entrance of the emir and his beautiful queen. Ladies and gentlemen, the entrance of the emir and his beautiful queen. Ladies and gentlemen, please can we all stay where we are? The emir is going to come and all of us are going to see them. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the emir. Let's stay where we are, please. It's dangerous to go close to the horse, please. Let's stay where we are. It's dangerous to go close to the horse. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the entrance of the emir. Please stay where you are. It is dangerous to go close to the horse. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the emir and his beautiful queen. Ladies and gentlemen, it is dangerous to go close to the horse. Please stay where you are. You can take your pictures from where you are. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is the amazing emir and his beautiful queen. Ladies and gentlemen, there has no been, we have never found any emir that is as handsome as this emir, ladies and gentlemen. The Bumsa 2025 cultural display has done it all, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody has done what you have done since I have been to Bayero University, Kano. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bumsa 2025 cultural display. The most epic, the most amazing, ladies and gentlemen, the emir and his queen. Ladies and gentlemen, you are not clapping, you are not putting your hands together for the emir, ladies and gentlemen. Please can we put our hands together for the emir? Ladies and gentlemen, the emir and his beautiful queen, ladies and gentlemen. This is amazing. If you love this, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't this beautiful, ladies and gentlemen? Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. The emir is saying hi. The emir is greeting all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is most wonderful, most epic performance of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for the emir, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the emir. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That is the area, ladies and gentlemen, please. We can now have our seats, and then we are going to continue with the cultural display, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, who want you to stop that music? Yes, let's take it easy on our students. Let's take it easy on our students, please. Please take it easy on our students. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the area. Please, let's take it easy on our students. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the area. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Sai an zo SCT ya ce mana an hana shigowa da dawakai. Don wala. Kai dole ya mu shigo da dawakai ba. Kai dole ya mu yi muro ba Allah shekara. Sai mun nuna every ba sai. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is the area. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please. If you are ready, please get ready for your entrance and your performance, please. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is strictly a cultural display, so we are going to witness different cultures. This is to show the synergy between diverse cultures in the university. Thank you very much, Bridget. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Bridget. Take it out. Thank you. Your Royal Majesty, you are highly welcome. Please, with your permission, after sitting down, we want to continue with the events. Thank you very much for honoring this event. So please, we want to continue, please. Please, can you take the horses outside so that we can continue, please? Thank you. Thank you. Please, can you take the horses outside? Thank you. Please take the horses outside. Thank you very much so that we can continue. We do not have time. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together once again for the Emir and his beautiful queen. Please, can we put our hands together for the Emir and his beautiful queen, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, thank you very much. Please, can you take the horses? Can you take the horses outside, please? Please take the horses outside. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please take the horses outside. Thank you very much. Please take it easy. Please take it easy. Maybe small MC will back on you and I will call the yes to. Thank you. Please, Mona open a bag. Bros, please, no, this way. Thank you. Please, thank you. I beg. Small MC will back on you. Senior man, bros. Salam alaikum. I beg. I beg. Thank you. Mona carry on outside. Thank you. God bless you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, please wait now, name us for what? Wait, senior man, name us for what? Let them not break your windscreen now, you won't be complaining. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Emir and his beautiful queen seated, and then the governor is making his way in. You see the way this thing are? Easy wait. You rush. Calm down. Now governor will come. You get time. Now the time we complete about 7:30 now to the school. I never see anything. Ladies and gentlemen, please can you put your hands together for them? Yes, thank you very much. Ron, for this economy. Ladies and gentlemen, if the Emir came in and you people did not stand, Let me hear you say masu gwamnati in Hausa. Ladies and gentlemen, masu gwamnati sun zo. Wannan gwamna ne. So you need to stand up, you need to be on your feet, ladies. Because the leg already now 1.5, don't break it anyhow. Please, ladies and gentlemen, can you stand up, ladies and gentlemen? Stand up, ladies. Please, yes. Back. Please, can you stand up? Please, sir.
But I use a genius number.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please. Thank you. This is wait now. Please. Bros, match break, oh.
Please. Please, thank you so much.
Match break.
Please. Thank you. Here is the high table, please.
Please, please. That place you are standing is where the governor is supposed to be seated.
Yeah, this is our manager. Thank you.
No worry, our governor knows yes.
Yes, we need it.
Yes.
Thank you for your support. So grateful.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have in our midst the PRO of the Student Union Government Bayero University Kano. Mr. PRO, you are highly welcome. A very humble PRO. The guy says you stand inside crowd. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready? Wendy, are we ready? Are we ready?
We are ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the governor is coming in. DJ, don't play that. DJ, that is what is it called? You are playing national anthem. If governor come, what you want to sing? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the governor. And DJ, you can play any random thing you get. Play stand up for the champions. Our governor is a champion. Yes. All right, bros. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready? Please, on our feet for the governor. DJ, play something. You should play any song. If you play past the canal for governor. Okay.
All
right, play something. Just play something random.
No time.
All right, Your Excellency, sir. Your Excellency, driver, please you can drive in now. Slowly. Please slowly. DJ, you don't have balance, please. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the entrance of the governor. Please slowly. Wait. Please. One after the other. That is how they do it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the governor. One after the other. If you never see car before, you go see her. This is Toyota. This is Honda. This is Peugeot. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the governor. Yes. If you never see car before, you go see her. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the entrance of the. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. We have a very handsome governor, ladies and gentlemen. Our governor is handsome, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Governor, you are highly welcome. If you never see her, you go see her. A lot of people are already crossing. Mr. Governor, oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, if you never see her, you go see her. If you never see convoy, you go see her. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the governor and his excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, if you never see her, you go see her. Wahala. Ladies and gentlemen, if you never see convoy, you go see her. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a handsome governor. Bumsa 2025 has the most handsome governor, ladies and gentlemen. Wahala. I think say na me pass for our family, but I see one family member wey pass me. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for the governor. DJ, bring it down. DJ, bring that thing down. Ladies and gentlemen, now we don't want music, ladies and gentlemen. Please keep clapping for the governor, ladies and gentlemen. We do not want music, ladies and gentlemen. Our governor is handsome, very handsome, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for our governor, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Mr. Governor, you are highly welcome, Your Excellency. All right, convoy, you can go. Please, make way for the convoy. Thank you very much. Thank you. Wahala. One person, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Poverty is a bastard. Please shift. Let the motor pass. All right, thank you. DJ, play something for us, please. Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without wasting much of our time, we are going to go straight to the event. While we are standing, ladies and gentlemen, while we are standing, as every social gathering will have it, we are going to sing the national anthem, the Bumsa anthem, and the Bayero University Kano anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ, we are starting with the national anthem, then BUK anthem, and then the Bumsa anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please shall we all rise on our feet for the national anthem? Let's be patriotic for just this moment. Even though you are not patriotic for anything, let's be patriotic for this moment. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, please, we are singing the national anthem. Shall we all rise for the national anthem, please, ladies and gentlemen? Please, ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem. Are we all on our feet? Bros, national anthem. I want a pass medicine. I want a pass medicine. Ow. Stand up for national anthem, you know, if I shout Alex Bond up, I go shout, now you pass Nigeria. Bro, stand up. Stand up. It is I will get because you did. Stand up. Hey, stand up. As long as this event is concerned, I am the MC, I am the master of ceremony, and I'm the class monitor here. Bro, stand up. Auntie, stand up. DJ, stand up. Stand up. Hausa tribe, get ready. DJ, stand up. Stand up. Let's sing national anthem together. Stand up. Let's sing national anthem together, DJ. You must stand up. You don't tire for Nigeria. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, please are we all on our feet for the national anthem. After the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, DJ. In brotherhood we stand, like and proud to serve our sovereign fatherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. It gives our battle honor, and this we understand. I come to our children, a banner without stain. O God of creation, that is our one request. Help us to build one nation where no man is oppressed. You know start and where, you know end and where. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for yourselves. Thank you very much. Even though some of us were just saying, Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start with the performance, the entrance and the performance of the Hausa tribe, ladies and gentlemen. DJ, do you have the Hausa song with you? The Hausa tribe, are you ready for your performances? Or was that the performance? I think that was the performance, right? The entrance of the Enya, I think that was the performance. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the... Bring it up, easy. I don't think we have any Hausa cultural display. I think we are going straight to the area culture.
Welcome the president of Bumsa, recognizing he is coming, then he will go and greet the distant.
Pen his name down, please.
Okay, let me write. This issue. I think the pen is with Wealthy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please, we have the simple honor to recognize the presence of the president of the Bayero University Medical Student Association, Bumsa. Ladies and gentlemen, this man, together with his cabinet, have tried all possible means to bring this together. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the president of. Ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together for the president of the Bayero University Medical Student. Mr. President, we cannot see you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very handsome president. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, also we have the Secretary General of the Bayero University Medical Student Association. Ladies, oh boy.
His name is Senator Jabir Ibrahim Hashim.
Hello, 1, 2. All right, our president is Senator Jabir Ibrahim. You are highly welcome, sir. The Secretary General, very handsome young man. I said that they do not this. All the experts are handsome. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have in our midst the Social Director of Bayero University Medical Student Association 2025, Dr. Neophyte. You are highly welcome and recognized. Also, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget the award, the dinner and award night. Sunday is the day, and the time is 6 p.m. MBY Event Center. Get your ticket, ladies and gentlemen. Meet your friend and get your ticket. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going straight with the cultural performance for Indian culture. Please, Indian culture, are you with us? If the Indian culture are with us and they are ready, please, DJ, can you play the song, please? If I hope you are here with the Ababa also. All right. Please, DJ, play something for the area. Where are you coming from? You don't say they are people, if you come from up. DJ Naibila Bilat. DJ Naibila Bilat. Problem there.
Let's start with Fulani. You said Negra. Where is Negra?
Okay, that is Igala. Ibira, are you ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we'll start with Igala. Please, Igala, don't come from up, please. Igala. Please confirm. Please, let's do this.
I think it's Igala. We don't have Ibra.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have Igala. The Igala are going to come first, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's not really easy. Please put your hands together while they are making their way to the stage for their performance. Please put your hands together. Ladies and gentlemen, this cultural display is actually projecting the synergy between different cultures, diverse cultures in Bayero University, Kano. Please put your hands together while they make their way in. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have the entrance and the performance of the Igala culture. Please, as you're coming in, perform wonderfully to the best that you can, and then give us that sensation, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are Igala and you are proud to be Igala, please make some noise. Do we have Igala people? If you are Igala and you are proud to be Igala, please can you make some noise? All right, thank you very much, DJ. Let's go. All right, the Igala, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together while they are coming in. Please put your hands together for the Igala while they are coming in, ladies and gentlemen, please. Ladies and gentlemen, please, the Igala, please put your hands together all the way from Kogi State of Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Kogi State of Nigeria down to Kano State, ladies and gentlemen. You can see their beautiful attires, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Igala. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Kogi State of Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen, down to Kano State, ladies and gentlemen. From the north central of Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen, these beautiful faces, ladies and gentlemen, are here to give you a very sensational performance, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the Igala culture, all the way from the east end of Nigeria, the north central of Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen, down to Kano State, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful culture are here to give you the best of the performance. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are not clapping, we are not appreciating them, please. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is Igala. Please all put our hands together for Igala, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, please all put our hands together for Igala, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the beautiful Igala, ladies and gentlemen. The beautiful Igala photo all the way from the east side of Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen. That is the beautiful Igala photo, ladies and gentlemen. Please, Fulani, get ready. Fulani, get ready, please. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the beautiful Igala photo. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the beautiful Igala photo. They are king of the lamb. Ladies and gentlemen, they are king of the lamb. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for the Igala photo. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is a beautiful performance from the Igala photo. Thank you very much. Igala, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Igala, please. Thank you very much. Alright. Thank you, Igala, thank you. Alright, Igala has something to tell us about their culture, right? Ladies and gentlemen, that is a sensational performance from the Igala culture. DJ, play me that music again, play that music, that Igala music, DJ. Are we good? Should we continue?
Who's going to say? Ní agbáṣọ olóòlà kọ́mọ́, èyí tàgbàrà kàgbọ́ pé màkàrún àkàkọ́ ẹ̀kùn máa kà lára ìgbàrà rẹ̀. Ẹlẹ́rí kí ojú máa ní ẹta bá lè bá kí ojú máa lẹ́nà lọ́wọ́. Àìdè rẹ̀, àtàgbàṣọ alólùbọ̀ tẹpẹ́tẹpẹ́ rẹ̀. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọdọ̀ kì má bẹ̀rẹ̀ ra. Àìdè rẹ̀ mọ̀ àmùkàfẹ́ ó máa kọ́dà àbẹ̀kárùkàrẹ́ déédé. Àtàgbàkọ́ lọ́bọ̀bọ̀lọ̀. Only one will look at those Tiraka. You know, people who are not Tiraka.
Thank you very much, Igala. Thank you. Please, please. You have ladies and gentlemen, we are going to welcome in the next very beautiful culture. We are also ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here and you're proud, please make some noise. Put your hands together for Ebira culture all the way from Kogi State. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are Ebira and you are proud that you are Ebira, please come and give the MC something. Alright, DJ, are you ready for us? Are you ready for the Ebira? Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the Ebira are ready for you. Alright, Ebira, are you ready, please? Can you make your way? Mahala. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ebira are on their way. Please. See. Are you ready? Please, are you ready? Alright, DJ, please. Ladies and gentlemen, very wonderful and amazing Ebira. Also from all the way, ladies and gentlemen, for this state of Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen, in Kano City. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Kogi in Kano. The Ebira culture of the Kogi state, ladies and gentlemen. The beautiful Ebira culture. With beautiful dancers, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for Ebira culture, ladies and gentlemen. That is the amazing Ebira culture, ladies and gentlemen. All the way from Kogi state, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Ebira culture. All the way from Kogi state. Not central of Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen. The beautiful Kogi culture, ladies and gentlemen. With their most sensational performance, beautiful dancers, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have beautiful Ebira culture, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the beautiful Ebira culture. Beautiful culture, ladies and gentlemen. All right, thank you very much, DJ. Thank you, DJ, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that this is the only thing you stop and take a play. Many people will not be for here. This is a play. Dance. Thank you very much. Thank you. DJ, thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are Fulani, whether from Adamawa, Kogi, Maiduguri, ladies and gentlemen, the Fulani are going to make their way in right now. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for the Fulani. DJ, are you ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have the Fulani right now. DJ, are you ready for the Fulani? Please, we have the Igbos. We have the Igbos. Okay, DJ, wait, please. DJ, wait. You have, please, if I want to do one or two. 1 minute. Who's going to collect the mic? Ladies and gentlemen, please. That is down, bro. All right, thank you.
I just want to greet all the people seated today. When I say Ebrabada, we all shout Ebrabonya. Ebrabada! Ebrabada! Now, Ibra people are known for three beautiful things. One, from the word Ibra, we hear the word attitude, behavior, good ones actually. And then from the word Ibra, we get people with a very, very beautiful sense of belonging. Anywhere we go, we shine. Brighter than the moon and brighter than the sun, we shine. We're talking academically, we're there. If you're talking any aspect of the Nigerian social interactions, we're still there. So I just want to say that if you're an Ibra person, you're very lucky to find yourself
DJ Ula now. DJ, please load the mic. It's time for prayer. Please load the mic to the very, very lowest. And then we are going to have the last culture, complete the list. And then we are going to wrap it up with a very wonderful, enjoyable music. And then we close for the day. Alright, DJ, please lower the volume. It's time for prayer. And then we go with the Fulani culture.
there is an announcement about karaoke night.
Today?
Yes, and talent show at Mahmoud Tukur after PA. And then
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget we are actually going to give out award for the best dress and the best cultural display. Also, there's going to be karaoke night right after this event at Mahmoud Tukur Theatre. Right after this event, karaoke night right after this event at Mahmoud Tukur Theatre. Also, there is picnic tomorrow for Bumsa, and then on Sunday we are going to wrap it up with dinner and award night.
And for the dinner, the tickets.
The dinner, the ticket is available. Please get your tickets. Ladies and gentlemen, for the dinner and award night, please get your tickets from Dr. New Fight. We have the tickets, very affordable prices, and we are going to have chicken kebabs. Alright, on Sunday in the morning, ladies and gentlemen, we might receive the governor in our debate. In the morning, ladies and gentlemen, on Sunday. And the winners of this debate are going to very surprises. Anything. Ladies and gentlemen, ASB data promised to give out 10 Ross, senior man, we are coming now. Please help me go, master. We are coming. No, I'm not giving. See, before you go, come back to the please stop. Let's appreciate before you go. Please, one appreciate before you go. Sir, we have one number here. We have two beautiful ladies. Yes, one of the ladies are here. I have the number.
Announcement.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fulani, we are very, very sorry.
9 p.m. conveyor.
9 p.m. na night I dey do. Ladies and gentlemen, please 9 a.m. for the picnic. The was going to be available. Alright, please, this lady with this number, they are going to send your data. Where's the other lady? Please, ladies and gentlemen, if you are done here, you can go straight like this. Fulani, please, they play, so we cannot be playing music, please. I beg more than over. So, from here, no, Fulani is here. No, they will come inside. In the next 5 minutes. How you are? And now, if you are in those town, please, ladies and gentlemen, we have Pantera here.
The cameraman, the cameraman is too dogmatic and centralized. That guy is very dogmatic.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, please, dinner and award night. I never introduce myself. I don't introduce people since I never introduce myself. Wow, this is very bad. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself the way I used to introduce myself on a normal. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you are meeting me for the first time, for the very first time, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time meeting me, also known as the host or the host. The most affordable master of ceremony you can get across the globe. I travel. If your money is high, if you don't pay me, I don't come. If you don't pay me my balance, we will fight. I will come on your teeth. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, please. DJ, are you ready? We are going to have the Fulani tribe right now, ladies and gentlemen. The Fulani tribe are going to make their way in. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, please On Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram as I am underscore MC Legend 01. On TikTok, I am MC Legend. Or you can just search the most with the most. You are going to see me. If you follow, I'll follow you back. If you don't follow, that one concern you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the Fulani tribe are ready. DJ, are you ready for us, please? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you are proud, if you are a proud Fulani, please put your hands together for the Fulani tribe as they make their way in. Alright, DJ, play something for the Fulani. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, if you are Fulani and you are proud. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, please put on the flashlight of your phone, please. Put on the flashlight of your phone so that we can see their faces well. Please put on the flashlight of your phone, please. From here, please put on the flashlight of your phone, please. Put on the flashlight of your phone. Put on the flashlight of your phone, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have the Fulani tribe, TC Corner, Cap Guy. I see you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have in our base the sales director of the Student Union Government. You are highly welcome, sales director. The sales director of the Student Union Government by University Kano. You are highly welcome. Alright, Fulani, are you coming or not? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the Fulani are on the way, ladies and gentlemen. A very beautiful, the most beautiful tribe in Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen. The tribe with the most beautiful ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Fulani. Make some noise if you are proud that you are a Fulani, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fulani tribe in Kano. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise if you are proud. Loud for the Fulani tribe, ladies and gentlemen. From the northern part of Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fulani tribe. Anything that has to do with the nuts, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Fulani tribe, ladies and gentlemen. Please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Fulani tribe. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Fulani tribe. Alright, switch it down, DJ, thank you. Thank you very much, DJ.
Who is the best cultural display?
No, let's think of characters to give the great tribe. You understand?
Best dress. Let's give the best dress to Hausa.
No, Fulani, they know how to
No, the best dress should go to the best dress should go to Igala. Actually, that's best dress. I think should go to Ivira. I love the no. Yes, Ivira. They were not completely dressed in their attire. So best dress should go to Fulani. What happened to the Wabi? You just maybe call it best presentation.
Alright, DJ, bring it down, DJ, bring it down, DJ. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment of the most important. The best cultural display, the best dress. We are going to give. You know the Hawaii local. I don't tell you now, go to the song. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get next time, actually, next time. Let's get ready. We are going to, don't worry, you say I'm a Yoruba now, I'm a Yoruba, I'll bring you next time, don't worry. Alright, ladies, Ejo, ladies and gentlemen, Yoruba, Ejo. Yes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, please, we are going to be giving awards of the best cultural display, the best dress, and the best presentation. Wait.
Allah ya taimaki sarkin Fulani. Allah ya taimaki mun gode. Mun jabba sarkin Fulani. Jabba ma sarkin Fulani.
Please, you want to finish, you want to round up. Now do your performance. Okay, Fulani, this is the performance now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the performance, and after the performance, we are going to give out the best cultural display, the best dress, and then the best presentation for the cultures.
Bulbul da Duna Goto.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Fulani tribe.
So we are called Fulani by the British. We are called
Bular by the Arabs. We call ourselves Fulbe with an unwritten code of conduct. So our ancestors' footsteps spread across the world. We are nomads, ranging from the high hills of Adamawa down to Taraba, extending to Bauchi, to Gombe, down to Kano, Sokoto, Yobe, Jigawa, all northern Nigeria, even America, we are represented here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the Fulani tribe, the most beautiful people in the country. We are extremely attractive. We are unprecedented, peaceful and clear and simple. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Fulani. It's saying wherever you come to Canada and you see that either it's a Fulani or his ancestors are from Fulani. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for having us tonight. Thank you very much.
Best cultural display. Who do you say?
Alright, thank you very much. Alright, Fulani, are you done, please? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, please, we have the sales director, Student Union Government Baro University Karo in office, and he wants to say hi to the area. Sales director, please. The area is right here. Thank you very much for coming. The Student Union Government Sales Director. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Fulani tribe. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, please. We need to round up. Thank you very much. Thank you. Our time is exhausted, please. Thank you very much. Be snappy so that we can go on with the rest of the event. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is part of the Fulani culture. Okay, I don't know. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is part of the Fulani culture.
Right now.
Thank you very much, Fulani. Thank you very much, Fulani. Thank you very much, Fulani. Please, thank you very much.
I just want this the governor.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Fulani. Please bring it down, DJ. Please bring it down. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to present the awards for the best cultural display. Ladies and gentlemen, the best cultural display.
Sarkin rawa yake yi, sarkin kwana rawa ne. To sai an gama in zai fita shi ne zai yi abin da zai yi.
He's the last person.
Yanzu duk shigo wanda kowa ɗaukan lokaci.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the award for the best cultural display for this wonderful evening, ladies and gentlemen, goes to The Igala culture, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for the Igala culture. Please, can you present this? Mr. Ogolo, please, can you present this? Thank you very much. Thank Ladies and gentlemen, please can you collect the award, please? Ladies and gentlemen, that is the best cultural display for this evening. Bumsa 2025. The best cultural display goes to the Igala culture. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the best presentation, the best presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, please give us thank you very much. Thank you very much. We need to make it snappy. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the best presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, the best presentation. Ready? The best presentation, please. The best presentation.
Give me a word.
Ladies and gentlemen, DJ, thank you, DJ, thank you. Please, thank you. We don't have time. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Daniel. Let's get into the. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the best presentation for this evening is no other wonderful culture but the amazing Ebira culture. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Ebira culture all the way from Kogi State. The Ebira culture all the way from Kogi State. Please, Ebira, can you make it snappy? Ebira, can you make it snappy, please? Thank you very much. DJ, please, can you play something for Ebira? That is the best presentation. Ebira has the best presentation, best engagement. The best engagement, the best presentation, the best communication. Mr. Governor, please. Governor should do all the living, please. Just we have 3 hours. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, sir, please. We have 3 hours. After this one, we have 1 more. Thank you very much. DJ, is that for Ebira? Thank you very much. Thank you. Your Excellency, sir, thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and after the DJ, thank you, thank you. All right, thank you very much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. This award between between the Hausa and the Fulani, one of his cultures have taken this award for. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we're done. The awareness, ladies and gentlemen, the Fulani culture. Ladies and gentlemen, the next place, the governor is there, Mr. Governor is there. Ladies and gentlemen, please, can you put your hands together for the Fulani? Thank you very much. Congratulations for Thank you very much. Thank you, Fulani. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have one last awards, and between the four cultures, we are going to debate out one more culture. Ladies and gentlemen, this award is like the biggest award. One last award. Ladies and gentlemen, this award is bring it down. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the most sensational award. We have the biggest award. Ladies and gentlemen, the best award. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep clapping before I even mention the award. Please, can you clap? Put your hands together before I mention the award, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the best display of royalty goes to the Hausa culture. Ladies and gentlemen, the best display of royalty goes to Hausa culture. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget that we have our picnic tomorrow, 9 a.m. The bus is going to be ready, and then on Sunday we are going to have the date and also the dinner and award night. And after this place, ladies and gentlemen, theater 1 is ready for a karaoke night. Please do not afford to miss any of this very wonderful and amazing event. Ladies and gentlemen, the Emir is going to say hi to everyone. Again, before you leave, please, let's open for the Emir. Please, Mr. Governor is going to take his leave after presenting this award. Mr. Governor is going to take his leave. Please, let's wait for the governor's car to come and take leave. Please, let's wait for the governor's car to come and take leave. Please, all right, Mr. Governor. Please, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Emir, a very humble Emir, ladies and gentlemen. He came on a horse, but he's leaving without a horse. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our very amazing Emir and his beautiful queen. All right, Mr. Governor, please can you do the presentation? Your car is here. Ladies and gentlemen, please. The governor's car is here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your car is here. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And you're going to the end of this very, very wonderful and amazing event. Thank you very much to everybody that came out to watch Bumsa 2025 cultural display. We say a very big thank you. All right, DJ, play something. Play something, ladies and gentlemen, for ladies